Don't be silly.
Hi, this is my series called Vinny G's Surf. This is the intro, and this is going to be the intro you see for all of the episodes. You want to skip forward, you can. I'm going to try to keep it short. Hey, hello. Yes, we're back. We are back. Damn. But anyway, we're back, and I need to explain a few things. First of all, this is a small audience, so I don't really give a shit. But let me explain the show. Came up with the first reel back in 2020 when quarantine was in. It was the happening thing, and I didn't have a way to watch movies with my friends, mostly my buddy John, and so that was the main impetus of creating the show, was just so that I could sort of cross wire watching something with him and with all other friends. It wasn't really intended to be a critique or anything like that. It was just more um, just watching and enjoying a movie, and maybe talking a little bit about it, what I knew about it when I grew up. I was grabbing things from my youth. Then that season ended after 16 episodes. Oh God, I can't even believe I did that many. But anyway, I did a thing called The Best Part, which was supposed to be a companion piece, but now I'm considering it to be a continuation, another season, if you will. And this being called Vinny G's The Last Looks, this is going to be it. I was going to end the first reel on a season 2, and then I decided, you know what? The best part was kind of the same thing as the first reel, just a different angle on it. Just not taking the first reel, but going in more in the middle or whatever. But then I said, I'm going to end this with a combination. I didn't want it to be a critique show. It was more just fun talking about what was going on. And so this is going to be a kind of a combination of the first reel and the best part. And this is what I'm going to consider the, hey, remember Cheers? Let's have some fun. The beer is back. So anyway, yeah, this was going to be a combination of the two. And that's why I called it The Last Looks. Sometimes it will be a first reel of a movie. Sometimes it will be, the best part of the movie. So as a mashup, I thought for ending this thing, and I do need to end it because we're coming out of the quarantine thing, really. And that was the whole purpose of this in many regards. But it gets tedious, trying to find movies that you can put up and the clips and all that. And it's more unpleasant at times than you want it to be, and it doesn't make you want to do it more. So we're going to sayonara on this whole commentary, critique, whatever you want to call it. But I just wanted it to be like, just let's hang out and watch this bit of a movie, whether it's the first reel or whether it's in the middle, and just let me tell you why I like it, or what parts I like. And again, these are all movies I've gleaned from when I was younger, or mostly, for the most part, pretty much. I think they are. I never really sat back and really thought about it too much because, when you do this kind of thing, you're worrying about I'm already worrying about the next one before I've got this one finished. But anyway, let me talk about this episode. Now, you saw a glimpse of the bride of Frankenstein at the Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. That was this year, 2021. went on the 25th of September and had a pass that got us pretty much in all the mazes, but we didn't always use it. That was kind of funny because it was a Sunday, so it wasn't too bad. But there were times when we had to use it. But this attraction, this maze, was really awesome, and for some reason, it never really got past like 30 minutes the whole night. I suppose it was kind of tucked away in the Paris area of the park, and so that might have been where people just walk right by it without knowing it. And then there were bigger names like The Exorcist and Haunting a Hill House, which all had reappeared from before. Excuse me, I had to do that. I could feel it coming. But anyway, so The Bride of Frankenstein. It was kind of a reworking of the Bride of Frankenstein idea. And so now I'm going to talk about this episode, which is not The Bride of Frankenstein, the Frank Whale movie, which you can see, you can find it. And it's a very short movie. And it's a great classic. Some people think it's better than the first one. I'm almost in that camp, I have to say. But I think they're more of companion pieces, and so you have to watch both of them really to get the whole thing. But this one, and it's short. But this movie that I'm going to talk about now, On the Last Looks, it won't be the first reel. It'll be in the middle. Actually, kind of more than past. This movie is called Frankenstein: The True Story. And let me get these glasses off my eyes so I can see your wonderful faces. Okay. I wish I hadn't done that. No, not for you. But anyway, this is called the Frankenstein: The True Story, and it came out I think in the early or the late 70s or early 80s. I want to say late 70s on TV, and it was a two-parter. It was British produced, and it had to do with the Frankenstein story, and it was kind of claiming that it was like the book by calling itself the true story. But actually what it was doing, it was trying to make the book into a linear plot and then say this is how events are as far as like if you lived them from beginning to end, rather than in the book there's a lot of back and forth, like the Dracula book is too. So you're getting the book, but you're also getting some what they call creative license, by the director and writers, and they're adding some things and doing some weird, let's say, angles on the situation, and it becomes a story about a guy who creates this man who is suddenly the darling of society, but because he's created by body parts, he starts to fall apart, and then the doctor's reputation just goes downhill, and it turns into a big mess. So it's not like the original Frankenstein, okay, where he's just a big monster clomping around. He is a person that people like and then they dislike, and so this movie has because it's a two-parter. It kind of deals with the Frankenstein story, and then it goes into the Bride of Frankenstein aspect, which was in the book. So we're going to look at the bride part, which the bride is played by Jane Seymour. She was a famous actress in the 80s and kind of in the 90s for being a pioneer woman or something. I didn't watch that show. But she did a lot of bit parts in the 80s shows, and she had some other shows and series. Gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous British actress. And so she plays the woman who eventually becomes the bride, and she plays the bride. Now, it's a different take on that old movie and even the maze, the Halloween Horror Nights maze at Universal, where she's got the hair, the lightning hair that just shoots right up, and you got a lightning bolt and it's black. It's a great look, but this is not what she's doing here. this is portrayed more as a it's hard to describe. It's a very great portrayal and a part. Let's just say let's just watch it, because you can see there's going to be a weird twist. She's beautiful, first of all. And what happens is well, I won't spoil it, but she's beautiful. But there's things that are weird. So let me go ahead and click on the clip. It's going to go a little... This is not quite it yet, but you're going to see what I'm going to see. Because I didn't want to spoil this. There's a quick little bit here. All right. Here we go. This is the clip.
I moved in. As a matter of fact, I've had my eye on this place for some time. Being a confirmed traveler, I've learned to make myself at home wherever I go. Some of these preparations are exceedingly volatile. They must be used within a few hours.
And you got them ready in advance. You were very sure of me, weren't you?
So just to let you know, James Mason is speaking. He is Dr. Polidorius. The guy in the mask in the middle is the monster, the creature. Not Frankenstein, he's the monster. And then, there's a bug flying around. Appropriate. And that guy right there, the young guy, that's Dr. Frankenstein. Now, here's the head of the bride.
The head is his contribution.
I didn't want to show you how all this happened. You should watch the whole thing, and I'll have a link for it. You really have to catch it quick because it's a movie that comes and goes on YouTube. It gets posted, it gets pulled down, and a few months later or a year later, it gets put back up and then gets pulled down. So really, I'm hoping that when I give you the link, it's still going to be up. All right, I'm going to do my duty and put my head bones in. By the way, got a box. Oh, that's mean, the ugly face. Oh yeah, got a box here. We're going to open that later. There's her.
You're a magnificent surgeon, sir. With a scalpel in your hand, you're an entirely different person. Do you realize that? And this morning, you were cutting a wedding cake.
Can we start the process?
So what happens is, put one ear out here.
This is finished.
Are you so anxious?
Frankenstein, the doctor, is being used to sew this head on another body. Because he was, he did a good job sewing other body parts together and bringing them to life. And it's actually the monster that brought the girl in and wanted to sort of save her, bring her back to life. So, and I like the purple, This movie did a lot of fun color stuff because, again, this was the 70s. Color TV was really established, and oh, wow, it changed. Wow, look at that. It's great, chemistry stuff, right? There's the creature. The monster. It's the monster. So, we're going to see now a lot of revival kind of stuff here. Which kind of goes back to the classic movies. There was always you always had to have a scene where, they do all the science or the, electricity and all that to bring them back to life. They want to show you how they do that in the movie, the characters. So this was on TV. Got a little nude body, but I guess because it's like a mannequin kind of thing, they didn't care. Yeah, and from what I've not, I have the book. I haven't read it, but I know the book has a lot more chemical stuff going on rather than electricity. So this kind of does jibe with the book's explanation, I guess you could say, of how they come back to life.
187.3.
Perfect.
Michael Sarrazin played the creature. He was a really famous 70s actor. Wow, look at that. Those colors are nice. Oh. Interesting shots here.
Protect your eyes. Safety 10. Now.
They don't know goggles, I guess. Interesting touch with the with the Asian helpers. Look at the colors. I don't know if this is like a remastered thing or something, but that bug's flying around again. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. See, I think Universal Studios could do this kind of show, right? Fire effects and color effects and bubbles. So again, this is kind of standard for any kind of Frankenstein movie. You have to have it. Even the Kenneth Branagh, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein movie with Robert De Niro. Oh, wow. So that one had the big sequences, same thing. It's standard. And now look at the payoff, right? Jane Seymour. And I think she was like in her 20s. This is one of her earliest roles. Just a natural beauty, No, that's the creature. So the idea is, wow. Almost like you created the perfect woman,
She's an angel.
Better than she was before.
Common as sparrows, but this young lady is the first of her species.
Yeah.
I think I shall call her Prima.
Prima.
Now he considers her his creation, even though Frankenstein put the head on. It's really both of theirs, but
after all, you are, so to speak, her godfather. Nobody could object to your kissing her.
Kissing her. What is this?
Goodbye, Prima. What are your plans?
Yeah, exactly. Did you just want to create her for your own devious deeds, It's supposed to be for the creature. He's the one that brought her in.
Milady. The carriage is just coming up the drive, milady.
Goodness, the children. Aren't they very early?
The children. Yeah, watch them.
When I'm with you,
Probably
Doctor,
playing
I
out there in
always
the
lose track
drive.
of the time. Elizabeth
Could get run over by the carriage. I wonder how many times that happened
Well, they've been gone
back in the
for
old
months.
days.
Oh, my
The old mic.
children. Welcome home. Elizabeth, how are you feeling? Never better, Mama. And you?
Elizabeth, the wife, or bride-to-be, I think. I don't think she was married yet. That was the whole thing. They were supposed to get married, and she was engaged. And
And he's a colleague of yours.
he started going off with these scientist guys, and
I never noticed it. Don't you think it looks well on him, Elizabeth?
she was left, like lonely housewife. Like, where the frick are you? Why are you always out all the time? And this movie does play a lot with the idea of guys being with guys. So there's a homoerotic kind of thing going on. But it doesn't detract, really. It's almost an interesting, just take.
Mrs. Frankenstein. She's been longing to meet you. I've told her to make you her ideal, to copy everything you do.
Oh,
That's a
copy.
terrible responsibility. I hope I can live up to it. Oh, my earring.
Oh, she's missing an earring. She just caught on with that.
Miss Prima is a very observant young lady.
I needn't introduce you
Prima,
to Dr. Frankenstein.
the
He knows
first.
you intimately. Well, he should. I've certainly talked enough about her, haven't I? Although I'm only her guardian, I'm worse than any proud parent.
He's making it like he just is.
Mama, how
I,
did you meet Dr.
adopted her, or she came into my household by
He
family.
came
And
to call, explained that he was
just,
afraid of distance. You know, I had the most dreadful headache.
such a
that day.
seedy
Even
guy.
though he made it go away. He just said, "You are feeling better." And then
Oh, yeah, he had a hypnotism thing,
Have you
yeah.
noticed his eyes?
Shit.
I mean, what do you actually know?
That was the thing that was kind of dumb about this
After all,
movie,
this
but,
dear Victor's
you know,
friend, surely that's enough.
you take the good with the bad, and
What's enough?
really most of it is
Mama,
really
I'd
good.
like Athena to stay with us. Well, you see, Dr. Polidori is giving a ball right here for
It was a
preachers in
two-parter,
elite society.
But why
so they
is it
kind of
here?
had to pad things
Dr.
out, I think.
Polidori is traveling to London for a week of shopping and to issue personal invitations.
It was outrageous of him involving you in this. I mean, the responsibility. Her health is so
He did a
sensitive.
good job.
All the more
He was in
reason that you marry
Federico,
Dr.
or well, I don't remember the director, but he was in the Romeo and Juliet of the 70s. He was Romeo. He was really, it was a big deal of a movie. So he was kind of a bit of a star back then.
I've always thought youth and age had a lot in
There she
common.
is.
By the way,
And I like,
since we're back
they
now,
always have
may I
the
ask exactly
the
how old
collar, but they never really
Well, Dr. Polidori
directly
says I'm
address it,
remarkably old
except,
for my age.
when it
Well,
comes
if he
down
weren't
to it.
your guardian, I'd call him an ungallant brute.
If you will excuse me, I'm going to find Elizabeth.
Oh, no.
Are you all right, dear?
Dramatics.
You little thing. Maybe you should take her to her room. Terribly sorry. Let us know if we can be of any help.
Yes, of course.
It's funny, the English polite. Terribly sorry. Didn't mean to faint and almost die on you there. But look, it's all, it's all a thing. Watch.
You saw that lady
It's a
faint at the
cool
concert
sets
last
here.
night. An excellent imitation.
She just copied the faint.
Why did you do it?
What do you think? Oh. Oh, she's strong, huh? She's like, if I want you, I'm going to get you. Now he's not fighting it. Uh-oh. Whoa. Who is it? Oh, no.
She's fine.
And she's pregnant, too. I forgot about that. Damn. The fiance just pops right in. Cold. Why is she cold? Don't ask me. I need another one. So yeah, it's just about 5-6 more minutes. Now look at this. She plays crazy. She gets all pissed off when she gets in there.
May I? Yes, please.
Remember, she's a copycat. This is funny. And really, just like, oh God, Beautiful, huh? Uh-oh. Then she walked in the room, and this is what happened. She's like, oh, God, you don't do that. You're really weird. Uh-oh, she's laughing. Oh. mocking her. See, that's why it's like, God, this is a weird Bride of Frankenstein, right? It's a different take, but it's a really cool take. And again, the whole movie is really good. You got to watch it. And I'm going to stop this clip before you really get to see what happens to the bride. And, you know, again, this was a movie in the 70s that came out on TV. I think my aunt was babysitting us. I don't think my parents were even home. They were probably in Vegas, you know, having a vacation. And my aunt was babysitting, and we watched it with this creepy little TV, like, you know, you're seeing kind of. And when the bride's demise, I spoiled it there, happens, it was wild. And it wasn't even graphic, but it was enough. Your mind fills in all the blanks. It's great. But look at how beautiful she is. She's singing like she's holy, and but he knows she's not a whole real person. She's a thing that, you know, got brought back to life. Oh, he's got a crush now. Like I said, you know, it just, you know, she's this idol, this thing that is adored. It's almost like pop stars and all that now. But here's the behind the scenes.
And if I don't hurt him, he'll do me no harm.
Oh,
What are you doing?
yeah, no shit.
Playing a little game? Constantine?
Playing a game. Oh, God.
Beautiful. It's my gown for the ball. Yours is ready too. Mama wants you to come and try it on.
Oh, no. Like the cat. She imitates. That's what they said. Oh, gotta adjust the neck thing. Yeah.
That petticoat is going to be too long for the gown.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, that is it. Yes. So there you go. Frankenstein, the true story. That was a great clip. And there's more after that. You know, again, this is kind of a bringing back the old days, and that's what I wanted to do with this first episode. So let me stop and put me back over. It's back behind there, where I used to do the closing. Let's do that now. Well, here we are, as you can see, back where I used to be in the olden days of a year ago. This was done about a year ago when I did the first one. Maybe a week off or so, but yeah, and look at that. Reagan is trying to attack my little Christmas town. She's trying to get my beer, actually. But anyway, so here I am back in the old spot, and this is, first episode of many more episodes. Unfortunately, no, yeah, I'm gonna do. Well, you saw it was 1 p.m., so you can kind of figure out where it's going from there. And what I've got going is probably going to last to the end of the year, or if I'm lazy and I don't want to do some of them, it'll be January, February when it ends. Might be nice to do it that way. But we'll see. I'm flying, by the seat of my pants. So, oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, yeah, the Frankenstein movie, gotta see it. True story, and it's on YouTube right now. Check the link on, the description. And thanks for being here, and we'll see you later. But yeah, this box got delivered to me, so I'm going to put on my magic glasses, Dollar Tree, and then proceed to cut away from me, away from my body, in this direction, even though it sucks because it feels harder sometimes, it is safer. All right, let's see this. This is from my buddy John, who I mentioned earlier. Oh, yeah, this is cool. All right, I just popped it open. See if I can get him out of here. Just delivered this evening, actually. There it is. Leatherface. So I guess what I'm going to have to do here is hold him up here like this. Give me my beer back, you.